There's nothing quite like a little surprise when it comes to gaming news, and the revelation that Yoshi's Crafted World is coming sooner than we thought is certainly a good one. Although the story trailer provided an idea of what the Yoshi's goal was this time around, we didn't really get to see much in terms of new gameplay. But that's not to say there wasn't anything to see. It's time to break out the old analysis machine for the first time in the new year and see what secrets and hidden details it can find. And we'll begin with the Sun Dream Stone itself, a new object found on Yoshi's Island said to have the power to make anyone's wildest dreams come true. So naturally it isn't long before Kamek and Baby Bowser appear to take the stone for themselves. And in the tug of war, the 5 gems that make up the Sun Dreamstone are knocked loose as it, the Yoshis, Kamek, and Bowser all fly toward a nearby forest on another island. So it's up to the Yoshis to get back the gems and restore the stone. And it really is in bad shape, as we can see that all the color from it has drained away as they were flying to this new island. What's interesting though is that Kamek and Bowser landed in the same spot as the Yoshis. Usually in Yoshi games, Kamek has the upper hand and is trying to impede the player's progress. That may still be the case, but we have a feeling it will be structured more like a race as the Yoshis and Kamek scramble to gather the lost gems, leading to the inevitable boss fight. But we'll return to these gems soon enough. For now, let's take a look at this new island that they've landed on, which will likely serve as the world map. After all, there are nodes just outside the forest, with one likely marking this forest and another leading to a path that must be unfurled. It's also worth noting that the node near the forest is yellow, while the one near the path is white. We're not exactly sure what this means, but these same yellow and white nodes appear in the next area, a small town with a train in the center. And this is the same level we saw before in the previous gameplay trailer. It turns out that it was the second level. But here's what has us curious. There are several nodes in the town. A white one after the path, a yellow one near a sign, a red one near the train, and 2 blank nodes leading to the next rolled up path. The question is, what do each of these mean? The yellow node also appeared near the forest that the Yoshis land in, so it's possible that this is less of a traditional level and more of a story point, a place to visit for new information. However, the fact that there's a sign nearby also points to the possibility of a secret path. Maybe this opens up to a new level if a secret exit is found, or this is the location of a bonus level like in past Yoshi's Island games. The white node seems to indicate a standard level if the node in front of the path is anything to go by, but that brings into question why the final 2 are completely blank. Obviously they can't be accessed yet, but that doesn't prevent a white node from appearing on either side of the previous path. So maybe just reaching the white node is what unfurls the path as they serve as stopping points before heading to the next one. This would make the red node an actual level, which we know is the case thanks to the gameplay trailer. But that still leaves the other blank node that isn't next to the path. Instead, it looks to be placed in front of some kind of prize machine. Maybe the coins Yoshi earns can be spent on special prize balls? In any case, as the camera pans with the flying jewels, the red one flies off further ahead, while the other 4 lag behind. But this also provides a better look at the other future levels. The next one is based around another town with a bucket turtle and a crab. While we have yet to see a dock-like level in Yoshi's gameplay, we have seen that crab before. Perhaps this is the level it appears in, or maybe it somehow becomes a recurring character as levels do seem a little more mission-based in nature. After that is an area that features a single tower and some trees. It also provides another look at the ground where we can see a yellow node after the path and a blue one next to the tower. Perhaps blue indicates the level takes place indoors? And the node mystery just continues as we see a blank one after the next path with a yellow one next to the large mountain with the river running down it. Even more curious are the gears in front of it, which we also saw hints of in the previous section. Maybe these are used to unravel some of the paths forward? Beyond the mountain is an area featuring some kind of strange totem, and while there isn't much to say about it on its own, it becomes much more interesting once we see the blue gem land there. That means this is likely the level where a boss fight will take place. But unlike past Yoshi games, this isn't marked by a castle. Again, with Kamek and Baby Bowser landing next to the Yoshis, it seems like this is more of a race for the gems, and the lack of castles and fortresses help emphasize that. However, this also means that the gem likely marks the end of this world, another pretty big change from past games. In previous Yoshi's Island titles, there were 8 levels per world, with a bonus one unlocked after obtaining everything in the previous levels. In addition, there was a boss fight on every 4th and 8th level of a world. Based on what we see here, Yoshi's Crafted World only seems to have 5 or 6 levels per world, and a boss fight only appearing once. Now, this might not be the case, but it could indicate that individual levels are longer and more intricate. Plus, as we saw before, there are now 6 flowers to collect rather than 5. Between that and the new flip side mechanic where players go back through the level with a different perspective, it's certainly possible. Before the story trailer ends, we see one more level area in the distance, likely marking World 2. This has a flowery jungle aesthetic with a log in the center and a paper beaver that pops in and out. The white, yellow, and red nodes all appear as well, in addition to the possible prize machine. This likely appears once per world, another hint that we're seeing World 2 in this scene. The trailer ends with an image showing off the release date as well as multiple scenarios from the game itself. On the left side are familiar elements like the fly guys with coins, shy guys holding balloons and butterflies, and the timer cloud that temporarily flips the world. But there is one new addition in the form of a cute cardboard rhino. Maybe Yoshi can interact with him like the crab? On the other side is a cardboard fake Shy Guy, a Shy Guy stack, and one of the collectible flowers. A giraffe toy can also be spotted along with a mysterious heart box hanging from a balloon, which likely contains more hearts for Yoshi to regain health. Next to that is an alligator, and below him is a little Mouser holding a magnet. These enemies would steal Yoshi's eggs in past games, but maybe the magnet means he'll steal something else as well. Maybe the coins you collect? After all, they aren't used for lives and can likely be used at the prize machines. Finally, across the top is a space scene involving aliens, Yoshi in a rocket, a space guy in a helmet, and other celestial elements like planets and satellites. But that begs the question, when would Yoshi go to space? None of the gems fly skyward, so it seems unlikely. Unless the worlds can change wildly, we think this might actually be the 6th world in the game. After all, every past Yoshi's Island game has had 6 worlds in total, but there are only 5 gems to collect. So maybe the Yoshis will collect every gem first until the final one, where Kamek and Baby Bowser will surprise them and steal the Sundream Stone in its complete form. Bowser will wish for a space base, and the Yoshis have to take a rocket to go after him and rescue the stone. It may sound a little out there, but this does appear to be a world crafted by children. Plus, who doesn't want to go to space? It won't be long until we discover what Yoshi's Crafted World has to offer. After the excellent Woolly World, we can't wait to see how crafty Nintendo's Dinosaur has gotten with this new game. Of course, if we missed anything, let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to GameXplain for more on Yoshi and other things gaming.